TRN News.
A teen boy is dead after drowning near the Cheatham Dam over the holiday weekend. Emergency crews were called to the area Friday after the boy was reported missing. Cheatham County EMA has confirmed that the victim was 13 years old and that his body has been recovered. Officials say the boy was outside of a designated swimming area and did not know how to swim. Memphis police are searching for two suspects who set off fireworks inside of an Exxon gas station in North Memphis over the weekend. Surveillance video shows fireworks bouncing off the clerk's shirt before exploding on the floor. Though no one was injured, police say one suspect threw the fireworks behind the counter while another stood watch at the door before both ran off. Community members are urging people to use fireworks responsibly, especially around children and businesses. I'm Scott Kimbler.
Number one for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Tennessee teachers may receive a $2,000 bonus as part of the Education Freedom Scholarships bill in the next 2 months.
Officials with the Tennessee Department of Education say they're finalizing the roster of eligible teachers and determining amounts for each agency. Local agencies will then decide when to distribute the bonuses to eligible teachers. The Center Square reports some school districts like Grundy County have rejected the bonuses due to opposition to the scholarship program. Lawmakers have concerns about lack of data on student school attendance and the effectiveness of the program as well. I'm Joe Morano.
A fire at Granite City Brewery in Franklin temporarily closes the restaurant. That from Thomas Cage.
Franklin firefighters say they contained a fire in the back of the building Saturday morning, preventing it from spreading to a nearby hotel. WTVF reports 2 people were taken to the hospital for evaluation, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. The brewery has announced on social media that the closure is temporary. I'm Thomas Cage.
I'm Scott Kimbler, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Cumberland County authorities have arrested a man following the weekend shooting death of 36-year-old Michael Curley. The TBI says 70-year-old Devin Schillinger shot and killed Curley Sunday night on the 200 block of George Anna Drive in Rockwood. That's the eastern edge of Cumberland County. Schillinger faces 1 count of first-degree murder. He's under $1 million bond at the Cumberland County Jail. The Cookeville City Council has approved a nearly $87,000 change order for a project to expand the capacity for the city's water plant. The second change order approved by the council adds 44 days to the project and takes the original contract price from $25 million to $26 million. Once completed in October, the plant's capacity will increase from 15 million gallons to 22.5 million gallons per day. The Tennessee Highway Patrol on Monday reported a sharp decline in 4th of July holiday traffic fatalities. The law enforcement agency said crashes killed 4 people compared to 18 during the same time frame in 2024. All total, THP investigated 132 total crashes and made 99 DUI arrests during the holiday period that ran from 6 p.m. Thursday through 6 a.m. Monday. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Patchy fog will burn off as the morning wears on, with mostly sunny skies expected for much of the day. Scattered thunderstorms may develop in a few areas this afternoon. A couple of storms could be strong with the potential for flash flooding, gusty winds, and dangerous cloud and ground lightning. Highs will top out in the upper 80s. A few showers or storms will remain possible overnight with patchy fog forming. Lows will be around 70. Wednesday will bring an increased chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. Scattered storm chances will remain elevated both Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid-80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, no. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:07.
Good morning. 86 will be our high for this afternoon. We'll have some sunny skies, and then maybe later on in the late afternoon, we could see some showers.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
Some people got some yesterday. I didn't get any rain at my house. Zero rain at my house.
I
But
was
other
thinking
people did.
we got some at work.
Yeah, none at my house.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
was
it's 68 right now.
which I wouldn't mind just a little bit of rain. Now,
Maybe we might get some.
a few things you need to know, McMinnville people.
What about them?
I don't know if y'all have heard. You probably have. I'm sure it's been the scuttlebutt around town. Word on the street is Dunkin' Donuts is going to open up a store in McMinnville.
Ooh, McMinnville.
At 926 North Chancery Street. So it's going to be in a location that was formerly Jack in the Box and Advanced Financial.
Maybe this one will work in that spot. I think so.
I'm not a big Dunkin' Donuts fan,
Uh-huh.
but I do like their coffee. I like it better than Starbucks.
There's a lot of people that say that about their coffee.
Yeah.
Definitely. On Tuesday, next Tuesday, July 15th at 4:30, Putnam County Courthouse gathering. There's going to be just a call for prayer, for fasting and repentance. It's Pray for Tennessee. You can learn more about that at prayfortennessee.com. But everybody's gathering to just say a prayer for our state and our country.
All right. According to a recent report, the Upper Cumberland job market is showing promising signs of growth and stability. And both the state and the Upper Cumberland region showing signs of improving job markets. And it's all because of small business. In Tennessee, there are 741,196 small businesses. That's 99.5% of Tennessee business employing 1.2 million people in the state. About 41.5% of employees in the state of Tennessee are employed by small business. And that's awesome. So
Yeah.
that's why small business matters so much. I know you always hear shop local, blah, blah, blah. Well, shop local. I mean, because it matters.
Listen local and view local because it matters.
Yeah, Sheila.
And thanks for viewing Good Morning Cookeville this morning. There's going to be an Upper Cumberland family-friendly art fair that's coming up next Saturday, the 19th. It's at 6 p.m. It's free. It's the first of its kind for the Upper Cumberland. It's going to be at Heidelberg's Barn in Cookeville. Mission is free. Like I said, all kids zones are free, so they're going to have kids activities. They'll have vendors and food trucks and booths for both kids and adults to create free art and crafts for all kinds. And then, of course, the bouncy houses and all that. So it's next Saturday at from 10 to 6, Saturday and Sunday.
All right. That'll be a fun thing. Go out and do. Well, Monday or last night, the alderman in Monterey appointed Jeff Leonard to fill the vacant spot of the town's Civil Service Board. So way to go, Jeff Leonard, Civil Service Board member.
Way to go, Jeff.
Way to go. Get in there, Jeff.
The Upper Cumberland Family Justice Center will have its Justice Bus that's coming through on July 18th from noon to 3. It's to facilitate a general legal advice clinic. And participants will have a chance to seek an attorney's advice, ask legal questions, receive direction, and discover new legal resources.
All right.
So that is July 18th, which is next Friday.
Phew, July's flying by, it seems, doesn't it?
I know. I mean, it was just the 4th, and now we're talking about July 18th.
I know.
That's halfway through.
After some delays, everybody, we've been talking about the improvements on the square there in Livingston. It's finally getting started, and Gene Gant.
Yeah, we love him.
Just love him. He went around to all the local businesses there on the square and said, "Hey, we're getting ready to start. Here's some things we need you to do," because they're going to lose some parking places around the square while this is happening. So as that gets started. Again, talking about local businesses, those businesses depend on you to come shop there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop shopping because they're doing some construction on the square. You might have to walk an extra little bit, but it'll be okay. It's going to be all right.
And yeah, visit those local folks. They need you. Well, you can save the date. Your ancestors are waiting. That's what it says here.
Oh, really?
It's really cute. Grab your calendar, save the date. Their Upper Cumberland Family History and Genealogy Festival is going to be held Saturday, July 26th. It's an opportunity to expand your genealogy research, and it's going to be in historic Granville, Saturday, July 26th in Jackson County.
All right, that'll be fun. I haven't really delved that too much into that, Sheila, because my dad did. So he's written this whole thing out.
That's great.
You can go back and track stuff.
It really is interesting when somebody in your family does that.
Well, I know your husband is really into it.
He is so into it. That's how he found out you and him were cousins.
Right.
Of all the things.
He
was thinking you and me would be kin, and it wound up you and him are kin.
Well, I could almost have bet that me and Tim were kin.
Now, why is that?
Well, we both have, strong DNA characteristics. We're original Tennesseans since before Tennessee was even a state.
You didn't know all that about Tim.
I could tell just by looking at him. The hammerhead worm is in Fentress County.
Hammerhead worm?
It's an invasive pest. It comes from Southwest Asia, and how it got in Fentress County from Southwest Asia, I do not know.
Somebody carried that worm a long way.
Now, what they do, they attack earthworms.
That's not good then.
And we need earthworms.
We sure do.
They do a lot for the soil, and they do really good at catching fish.
So we don't like these hammerhead shark
worms. Hammerhead worms.
I just threw in shark.
So anyway, what they look like, they're flat, but then they have like a little scoopy nose.
Like a hammer?
Like a hammer.
They have a scoopy nose?
Yeah. That's
Not Snoopy, but Scoopy.
Yeah, that's what they said. They got shovel-like head is what it said. Flat worm with a shovel-like head.
And they eat the earthworms? No bueno.
I don't know how we get rid of them. But thanks to whoever in Fentress County brought them back. We appreciate you.
I think it was somebody visiting Fentress County. I don't think it was any Fentress Countyans.
You don't think so?
No.
No, well.
I'm not going to blame our Tennesseans.
I think they need to investigate who's been to Southwest Asia around here.
And arrest them.
Yeah.
Because earthworms are good for us.
Right. We might have to put up a wall around Putnam County.
We don't want them hammerhead shark worms.
Gonna make Fentress County pay for it.
Well, Pickle Festival is coming up this Saturday.
All right.
It is at the Cookeville, Putnam County Fairgrounds. I think that's the
original.
The OG.
The original. That's what we're calling it.
It's a free event, free parking, petting zoo, kids zone. There's going to be over.
The original. That's not right either.
It's not. That's
the
what
original was over by Tech.
That's what you keep saying. It's not the original, but you're the one calling it the OG.
I just don't like calling it the old because it's not yet. It's not the old fairgrounds. It's currently the fairgrounds.
There's going to be over 125 vendors at the Pickle Fest.
Just worry about the fairgrounds feelings, Sheila.
Live music, a pickle eating contest. Stop talking about feelings.
You know how I feel about feelings.
He hates feelings. Except he feels a bunch of feelings a lot of times. Don't let him fool you.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, Pickle Festival 10 to 4 at the Putnam County Fairgrounds.
There you go. It's just that's what it is.
On Veterans.
The one on Tennessee, it's not the fairgrounds yet. Hadn't even hosted one fair.
But it's hosted at conventions and centers because it's the convention center. Putnam County Home Show.
Yeah.
And it's coming up in the fall, too.
Is that it? Is that all you got, Sheila, for that? That's all I've got.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
Your 2 cents. It's,
yeah, I got that, too.
Brought to you by Freedom Pond. That's at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
Now, if you don't like this one, I made it up.
All right.
What's a smell most people find pleasant, but you cannot stand?
Oh, I've got one, I think.
What is that?
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, I've got one.
Yeah. I'll tell you after the break.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from Summer Space. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. Summer Space has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason, I didn't have the microphone on. It's been 4 days, and I forgot how to work all this stuff, Sheila.
I understand. I forgot how to get up early.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're here in the Willow Window Studio, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate at 619.
Our guests this morning include Kim Julian and Elizabeth Lissick from Mustard Seed Ranch. We're going to talk about what's going on there, and then Jake's Day coming up in August.
Sweet, yeah.
Roxy Seltzer from Optimal IV Hydration and Wellness, and Julianne Sober. They're having a Cookeville Wellness Fair coming up in September. They're wanting some vendors to be a part of that. I think that Wellness Fair is going to be interesting. We'll talk to them this morning at 7:30.
Cool. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Your 2 cents.
Yeah, let's have it, Sheila.
It's brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. From your guns and ammo to tools and all kinds of things. You're looking at yourself on the camera, Jason?
I'm not having a great hair day today, Sheila.
I just glance over and he's looking at himself in the camera, fixing his hair.
Well, you don't have to tell everything.
I did have to tell that because that was funny. I'm sick.
Go ahead with your Freedom Pond stuff. Don't forget what you was doing.
Yeah, Freedom Pond. They got guns, ammo, tools, guitars, anything you need.
You already said that.
What's a smell most people find pleasant but you can't stand? Jason.
Well,
No, I don't mean him. He usually smells all right, but
what's the candle store that we just talked about?
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. Can't stand the smell of Bath and Body Works. I know that there's individual things there that smell nice.
But all of them together is a lot.
It's overwhelming. It gives me a
hits
headache.
you in the face.
I just can't do it. And then when you walk out, you smell like that forever. You can't go and get a candle for somebody and then them not know it. You know, you can't hide it because you smell like
like Bath and Body Works.
Bath
You're
and Body
right.
Works. I get it in Bed Bath and Beyond all mixed up.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that like the smell of like perfume, florals. I don't like florals. I do like roses, real roses.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
smell good. But the floral perfumes, some of them just overwhelming.
Yeah, you're right about that. It makes you smell like an old lady.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because even though you say I'm old, I'm not.
I mean, you're not white shoulders old.
No. That was Elizabeth.
But you can see
what's
white
her name?
shoulders old from where you're at.
And he was fixing his hair in the camera.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Let's find out what everybody else is saying,
Yeah,
Jason.
Sheila, let's find out what everybody else is saying.
What's the smell most people find pleasant, but you can't stand? Michael goes, that dang old vinegar. Well, I don't think it smells good.
No, I don't think it smells good.
Does most people find that pleasant?
I think so. I think there's
Vinegar?
I think there's people out there who like the smell of vinegar.
I hadn't heard many.
I don't. Every time I smell vinegar, I think of Easter.
Michael said fresh cut grass. My allergies would agree. I can't stand it. It does. It
Oh,
smells
wow.
good to me.
I love that. But he's right. You know,
Sometimes I sneeze.
It does stuff, yeah, especially if it's been dry.
Hey, we have 3 Michaels in a row, but they're different Michaels. There's another
What?
Michael that said bleach and all the cleaners. He doesn't like
Oh,
that.
I don't like the smell of bleach. And you're right. Some cleaners are like, I got to tell you, I know a lot of commercial cleaners, you know, that go around and clean commercial buildings and stuff
Right.
like that. Use something called Fabuloso. Awful. That purple Fabuloso.
Yeah. It's pretty strong.
It gives me the creeps.
You know something I do like? I like the smell of Pine Sol.
And Pledge?
Yeah.
Pine Sol and Pledge. Now that's a clean
It's
home
good
right
stuff.
there. Yeah.
It smells cleaner when you have
Pine
that.
Sol, Pledge, and Windex.
Well, Windex is the best, but I don't like the smell of it as much as the other.
And that's got that ammonia little smell in there.
Now, I'm wondering if you agree with this one. Another Sheila says cinnamon.
No, I like the smell of cinnamon.
And you like some of the taste of
I like
cinnamon.
some cinnamon, but you can over cinnamon real quick.
Allison said apple spice cinnamon Christmas tart melts and candles.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
She said I can't stand them.
I don't like it either now. I'm with her.
Oh, I agree with this. Connie says seafood. Some of it don't smell good, but it tastes good.
Yeah. That's
Smell the fishy, oceany smell.
I don't mind that smell. I don't mind cooking fish. I don't mind any of that. But I can see where some people wouldn't like it.
Kevin, it's one of my favorite smells, but he hates it. Lavender. I don't like the smell of fake lavender.
You can over lavender too. It's in the
You can over lavender.
It's in the cinnamon realm where a little bit goes a long way.
It sure does. I don't like over smell of anything.
Right.
Don't overdo it.
Just a little hint of lavender and a hint of cinnamon is good.
Karen, this is very rare. Vanilla candles. Most people like the smell of vanilla.
I like the smell of vanilla.
You can over vanilla.
I'm sure you can. You can, Sheila. You were right. You can overdo anything.
You
can't
really
you?
can. But I'll agree with this one. I don't hate this smell, but it is overdone in the fall. Misty said pumpkin and pumpkin spice.
Amen.
I like it. A little dab of doomy.
That's like the cinnamon and clove smell around Christmas.
I like orange clove.
Well, I like all of those smells, but it's overdone in a lot of people's homes. And then some people get those cinnamon brooms. You ever seen those?
Yes.
They hang up.
Boy, that really is. It's like overpowering.
It'll knock you
those
down.
Cinnamon brooms.
I tell you something, Donna got a couple of years ago for Christmas. These things, they look like little pine cones, and you put them up on your tree, and it makes your fake tree smell like a real tree.
Yeah.
Such a great smell. It was refreshing.
It wasn't overdone.
No, it was perfect. Whoever made those did a great job.
It?
Refreshing. Well, it was.
Oh, no, why? That's so funny to me. It's the way you went, it was refreshing.
Well, it was. It was refreshing.
Johnny Ferguson, he says Chanel number 5.
I can say as I don't know if I've ever smelled that.
He's
or not.
right. I love it. I've had it before. It just takes a little bit of squirt of that perfume, and it smells real powdery fresh, like really nice. But if you do more than 2 squirts, whew,
Donna's got a pretty smelling
I made myself
perfume,
sneeze.
but I don't know what kind it is. But it's pretty
Is
smelling.
it Valentino? That's what mine is.
Whatever she wants.
Donna just smells good.
Yeah, she does. Her hair smells good too.
Jim said lilac. Oh, gosh, I agree. It makes me sneeze.
Lilac.
Oh. Hydrangeas. All of it. I think they're beautiful and pretty, but don't try to fake smell me with all those.
I don't like a lot of the fake smells.
Jeff said maple.
Maple? I thought everybody liked maple.
Maybe it's overdone.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, Lynn said those little trees people hang from their rearview mirror.
Okay, yes. Okay, those can be overpowering
They can.
as well.
It depends on what smell.
Yes, I've gotten it, and some people are addicted to them. You ever gotten this, like somebody's car and they have like 20 of them hanging up there?
No. Whose cars are you getting in?
Well, this is like back in the day. I don't get in.
20 of them?
Yeah.
They don't throw them out?
I think they probably, were doing something they shouldn't be doing.
And they're trying to overpower.
That's what I think was happening.
And Greg says, coconut. Yeah, I said it. I'll take cucumber melon as a runner-up due to its sudden kudzu-inspired surge at one point that leaves you wondering if they're even growing. He don't like coconut and cucumber melon.
Cucumber melon, like is he talking about like cucumber water, like where they put cucumbers in the water?
But now you got me saying
That's
it.
supposed to be good for your skin, the cucumber water.
What was that place you don't like? Bath and Body Works.
That's a long list.
Bath and Body Works has a cucumber melon, and I liked it at one point, but people overdid it. They went crazy over it. And everywhere I went, it was cucumber melon, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with cucumber melon.
Sheila doesn't follow the crowd.
No, because they go overboard.
No.
No.
We're right here at Pumpkin Spice Time.
Part of fall really excites me until y'all people mess it up.
Well, we got to get through July, and then high school football and
which I love all
and
that.
college football starts. So we're just right here at it.
Here's
really.
the deal. But when you make a pumpkin spice trash bag, which really did happen.
Yeah. Oh, no, I remember.
I'm like, come on, y'all.
That's another thing that's really gross.
And I don't like the lemon scent trash bags because they don't smell like lemon.
Any of the trash bags that smell.
I don't want them.
When you mix that with trash smell.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It makes the trash smell worse, actually.
Right. And it's not really even all that great when you first put it in. I hold my breath if I know that
it's like, and I like lemon, like real lemon smell, but the fake lemon smell makes me nauseous.
Coming up, we got spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music. That's on the way, so stick around. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow window.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Orlando Magic star Paolo Banchero signed a rookie max contract yesterday, keeping him with the team through the 2031 season. The 5-year deal is worth $237 million and could be worth as much as $287 million. Banchero averaged 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game last season. The Indiana Pacers confirmed on Monday that Tyrese Halliburton will miss the entirety of the upcoming season. Halliburton tore his Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals after nursing a calf strain. He made the All-NBA third team this past season, averaging 18.5 points, just over 9 assists, and 3.5 rebounds in 73 games. In the MLB yesterday, the Marlins beat the Reds 5-1, Guardians over the Astros 7-5, Tigers beat the Rays 5-1, Brewers topped the Dodgers 9-1, and the Royals beat the Pirates 9-3. Dead period wrapped up as high school athletes across the state began practice yesterday for the upcoming fall season. Keep it tuned in to UpperCumberlandReporter.com for all the latest news, stories, and photos. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:33.
We've got 69 right now, a high of 85. We're going to have mostly sunny skies for most of the day, and then later on this afternoon, around 4 or 5, we could see some showers.
Spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Jimmy Fallon has Charlize Theron on, and Lucas Nelson. Stephen Colbert's got William Shatner and the Doobie Brothers.
We've moved back in time.
Back in time.
Sure, that was it.
Let's see here. On regular TV tonight, High Potential is on ABC, so is Will Trent. NCIS on CBS, all of them. Regular NCIS, Origins, and Sydney. The 1% Club is on Fox, so is The Snake. America's Got Talent is on NBC, and I hope this time it's a new show. Because last Tuesday night, they just went back to the first episode.
You didn't like it because it only had Mel B on there?
No. It's just they went back to the first episode of this season.
It's because
I'd already seen it.
Holiday.
Destination X comes on right after America's Got Talent. On PBS, there's a series premiere of Renaissance. And on MTV, Sheila's favorite show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I do like Atlanta.
Sheila loves to pop and lock. Better Late Than Single. That's a series premiere on Netflix. Quarterback is on Netflix, season 2. And that's it as far as new on streaming. Donna started watching that Son of Critch that's on Netflix, I think.
I have not seen that.
She says it's good, but I haven't seen any of it yet.
Son of what?
Critch.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a comedy of some sort.
Oh, a comedy?
Yeah.
Well, then I might try that.
You might give that a whirl. John M. Chu from Wicked will direct a live-action Hot Wheels movie for Warner Brothers. The action film will feature some of the world's hottest and sleekest vehicles.
I'd watch that.
So is that just going to be like a kid's version of Fast and Furious?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Sounds good, actually.
Kelly Osbourne will host Lego Masters Jr., the 4-week special event series, which kicks off on August 18th. Will pair up a duo of junior Lego enthusiasts ages 9 to 17 with a celebrity partner.
I hope Freaky Dave is on that one day.
I do too. The sweetest, I forgot which band member, from what band it was, but they were there at that Ozzy Osbourne deal in England. And, of course, Kelly Osbourne's been dating this guy in this band, which I can't think of right now. Anyway, after the show, in front of Ozzy, he got down on one knee and asked Kelly Osbourne to marry him.
Wow.
And he got Ozzy's permission. It was like, hey, wait a minute.
Well, that's sweet.
We're talking, I mean, growing up, Ozzy was the Prince of Darkness,
right,
and all this stuff. Come to find out, Ozzy's just a pretty decent family guy as of late.
Yeah. He's come way down.
Yeah. He ain't biting heads off bats anymore. We all go through a phase, don't we?
He had that phase for quite some time.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes people longer to get over their phases. His Prince of Darkness phase lasted a good bit.
He phased on out. Yeah. Now he's just Ozzy.
Now he's just a little old man. McDonald's is debuting a new spicy McMuffin to his breakfast menu.
Spicy.
That started this morning. You can get an Egg McMuffin with spicy pepper sauce, spicy sausage McMuffin, or spicy sausage McMuffin with egg. What about a spicy sausage with egg McGriddle?
Whoa.
That's too much.
Here's the deal. Maybe not. Because the spiciness, that the maple syrup in that tones down the spiciness.
Sweet and spicy.
I kind of like that. It reminds me of myself.
Well, that is your stripper name.
Stop it.
Denise Richards' husband, Aaron Pfeifers, filed for a divorce yesterday. He cited irreconcilable differences and listed July 4th as their separation date. Today, we celebrate your Independence Day.
I bet that's why he did it.
I mean, why else would you do it on July 4th?
Let me tell you. Now, it's not that I keep up with her all the time, but it's like you're scrolling through Instagram, and about 6 months ago, they were talking, having a good old time. So you never know. What you see on social media is not always true.
He is seeking spousal support, noting he's had no income for the last 12 months after closing his wellness business while Denise Richards reportedly earns over $250,000 a month from her OnlyFans.
Yeah. She and her daughter have a OnlyFans. Plus, I've seen her on
it's
the Housewives of Beverly Hills. She makes guest appearance on there all the time. She gets paid for that.
It's not dirty OnlyFans.
I don't know. I haven't checked it out.
Because from what I understand, there's obviously dirty OnlyFans, but then there's like chefs and stuff on there too that teach you how to
Well, I
cook.
don't think Denise Richards is a chef.
Okay.
She might be showing tatas or something.
He claims the couple spends about $105,000 a month, broken down into $20,000 on clothing a month, $18,000 on rent a month, $10,000 on groceries, $8,000 on utilities, $15,000 on dining out, and $15,000 on entertainment.
Woo! Who are these people?
It's Denise Richards. She previously revealed her husband helps her run her OnlyFans account, saying he's so supportive. He knows what men love, and he'll go through all the photos and say, this is what guys like. In February.
Now what's she going to do without his direction?
Well, she said in February, she said, I'm never getting divorced again. And that's just a few months
And he
ago.
goes, I'll show you.
Yeah, today I celebrate my Independence Day.
How come? And I know she's not.
And
but
he's the one who filed for divorce. So he's married to Denise Richards, who's pretty. She's bringing in bucks.
pretty extra.
He's not having to work. All he's got to do is look at some pictures and say, "Yeah, it's good."
I think he's got to put up with a lot.
I mean, that's
a lot.
That's the do you remember the scale I sent you? The crazy.
The hot to crazy.
Hot to crazy. She must have passed the fulcrum.
I think she did that with Charlie Sheen. Remember?
That's right.
And I still think that's what I was going to say earlier. I know they're not married, but I still think of them together. They were a pretty couple.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that she was.
But they were toxic together.
Yeah.
And her two daughters are from him.
Speaking of toxic, Johnny Depp said he was shunned, dumped, and canceled, however you want to define it, in a new interview with the Sunday Times, reflecting his public and professional fallout after abuse allegations by ex-wife Amber Heard. Come to find out, she's the nutty one. So he described the impact as an irreversible hit, adding, "They tried to kill me. Not physically, but professionally."
They did try to kill his career.
Mm-hmm. He said he turned to directing again to reclaim his creative voice, calling his new film Model, it's a foreign name, The Right Project and the Right Story.
That's what's bad. You never know, because there's so many people that try to extort the stars and get money.
Well, I think, when stuff like that happens, I think it degrades the story of somebody that it really happened to.
Oh, it does.
I
100% agree.
Blake Lively will be deposed next week in New York as part of her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni, sexual harassment lawsuit. Sources say that it'll just be Blake and her legal team in the room, and her husband Ryan Reynolds isn't expected to participate. Blake Lively insists her story has never changed. The deposition follows a federal judge dismissing Baldoni's $400 million countersuit last month, though discovery continues ahead of the trial slated for March of 2026. Still got a long way to go before this one comes to an end. Man,
I was hoping it was ending.
Matthew McConaughey, of course, actor, Texas native, loves Texas, has asked on Instagram for people to give if they can. He says countless Texans are hurting inside and out as the death toll continues to rise. It stands at 89 as of Monday morning. That includes 27 campers and counselors at Camp Mystic. Matthew McConaughey is from Uvalde, Texas, and urged people to help however they can. He said it's going to be a long road ahead, but right now The shock, the pain, and the chaos needs the steady hand of a neighbor. He went on to praise Texans as some of the most resilient and generous people on the planet. Which I agree with, because
I agree.
That comes from Tennessee blood.
Well, that story of that camp getting flooded is just heartbreaking.
It is.
Heartbreaking. And to know there's still so many children missing.
They showed one of the camp counselors that,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's missing or if they found her passed, but she's, a young lady. She's the president of her school class. She started a charity for senior citizens, and I mean, just the list of all how great she is goes on and on. Plus, a camp counselor at a for little kids. So she's one of those young ladies
that are out making a difference,
right? And now
she's gone.
Right. It's just a sad deal down there in Texas.
I just think of all the parents too and the family members. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I can't even imagine.
Coming up, we've got the real good, a couple stories that are positive and uplifting. And is it Ask Jason? I believe so. It's been so long since we've done this show now.
It's been 2 days.
It's been
longer.
4 total days.
But see, we don't do it on the weekend anymore.
Right, but it's been 4 total days, Sheila.
I've missed us.
Aren't we the best?
We have fun. We hope y'all do too, but we're just doing it for us.
Yeah, that's all coming up here next year on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Patchy fog will burn off as the morning wears on, with mostly sunny skies expected for much of the day. Scattered thunderstorms may develop in a few areas this afternoon. A couple of storms could be strong with the potential for flash flooding, gusty winds, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Highs will top out in the upper 80s. A few showers or storms will remain possible overnight with patchy fog forming. Lows will be around 70. Wednesday will bring an increased chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. Scattered storm chances will remain elevated both Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid-80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:48 now.
And our guests this morning, Mustard Seed Ranch guests, Kim Julian and Elizabeth Lissick will be in after 7. And then Cookeville Wellness Fair is coming up in September. And Roxy Seltzer and Julianne Sauber will be in to talk about that at 7:30.
All right, sounds good. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
Back in 2021, Scott Ruskin of Oxford, New Jersey, left a career in accounting to join the Coast Guard. After completing basic training, Scott went to Aviation Survival Technician School in California before being stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas. He had been on call since November after completing all of his training, and that call came on the 4th of July as that massive summer rainstorm led to all that dangerous destruction and flash flooding in Texas. After receiving his orders, Scott achieved something incredible. On his very first mission, he helped save 165 people stranded by rising waters in and around Camp Mystic.
Wow.
He wasn't just rescuing people, he was also directing other helicopters and comforting scared campers who had fled in the middle of the night and pulling people to safety. Despite the chaos and danger, Scott remained calm. He used his training and did his best to save as many lives as possible. Upon hearing the story of Scott's rescue mission, Kristi Noem, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, called him an American hero and said his selfless courage embodies the spirit and mission of the U.S. Coast Guard.
Nice.
I bet she said it real pretty, too.
She did, probably.
Like Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem.
Another real good one, real good story. In the tiny town of Swanville, Minnesota, population 328. Graduating high school isn't just a milestone, it's a community celebration. For the past 30 years, every high school senior has walked off the graduation stage with a scholarship. Throughout the year, every year, the people of Swanville raise money for the graduating seniors at bake sales, bingo nights, chili cook-offs, through a charity group called Swanville Dollars for Scholars. What started as a modest $166 gift has grown into thousands of dollars per student. This year's class received a whopping $108,000 in total. Every student who applied for a scholarship getting from $2,500 to $8,000. The goal is to support whatever's next for kids, said Teresa Geis, president of the Swanville Dollars for Scholars. If you're taking a break year and you apply, we'll still allocate money to you. If you go to the military, when you're done, we'll give you money then. The citizens of Swanville are proud to give a boost to the young people starting new chapters in their lives, and the grads appreciate the support. I'm sure they do. How cool is that? What a great charitable organization.
That's nice, yeah.
That's giving them a little push toward college and getting it paid for there. To Scott Ruskin, who saved 165 people down there in those floods in Texas, and to the town of Swanville, Minnesota, and Dollars for Scholars, y'all are real good.
It's time now for Ask Jason.
All right,
and
Sheila, I'm
the
ready.
theme, kids.
Oh, okay.
Every year, kids in North America spend close to $500 million on this. What is it?
Kids spend the money on it?
Yep.
Candy.
Close.
Hard candy.
Something that you don't really do.
Chewing gum.
Yes.
Okay.
Chewing gum.
All
$500
right.
million
$500
kids
million.
spend on that.
Each kid in their lifetime, maybe? I mean, I don't know.
Every year, kids in North America spend close to $500
okay.
million.
Like, all right.
Second question.
All right.
About a third of people say this is their least favorite thing about having kids.
Oh, boy. Let's see here. Kids are a treasure, but they can be annoying.
Way to work through that question.
Let's see. Taking them places?
Yes. It's vacationing with them, but I'm going to give it to you.
Well, taking kids anywhere, one, it's a pain in the butt because if
Yeah.
they're little kids, you have to take basically, well, moms now are just taking these kids' whole rooms,
Yeah.
it seems. And then they're loud, then they're dirty, then they always want to eat,
Then they might get sick.
and they might get sick, then they want something from the store.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons to not take your kids anywhere.
Not a reason to especially not go on vacation with them. So you've got two.
Vacation is
It's rough with
yeah,
kids.
it is rough with kids. But, you know, there's so many fun things you can do with the kids on vacation.
You try to make memories with them, and then they try to ruin it. So 2 right. Now here's your last one.
Uh-huh.
43% of parents report that they have their best bonding moments with their kids when they do this. What is it?
Best bonding moments with their kids if
Yeah.
they do this.
It's about to happen here in the next few weeks.
I was going to say, play sports or something with them.
No, but that's a good bonding time too.
And you said it's happening soon, like it's coming up soon?
Yes.
So it's a once a year type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's coming up soon.
It's not the fair.
Taking them back to school?
Yes, but one word you left out. When you go back to school, you usually get ready for it by...
Going and getting all the supplies? School supply shopping?
Yeah, shopping. School shopping. Back to school shopping.
Okay. Really? That's the bonding moment? Back to school shopping?
I've had better moments than that with bonding.
You were talking about, smells that everybody likes.
Yeah.
That you don't. Well, this isn't. It's a smell, but remember how Trapper Keepers used to smell?
Yes, and I love it.
I don't know what chemical makeup that is, but it was something else.
I think library books smell good too.
They do. Just that little hint of mold.
And the book part of it, I don't know.
That's what it is. It's that book mold, book dust.
My sister and I went to our old library close to our school. We're like, let's go sniff the books. She said, see if it smells the same.
You and your sister went to the library to sniff books.
See if the library still smelled the same. And it did.
You said sniff books that you went in like.
Well, sometimes you just open them and you just smell that whiff of the good library book. Other people will know what I mean.
Yeah, I
Surely
know,
we're not the only one.
I know what you mean, but making a special trip to the library.
To see if it still. She goes, let's just see if it smells the same. I go, yeah, and then I funnily goes, let's go sniff books.
So you weren't in there. You weren't in there going, oh.
I may have a couple books. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Sheila.
It was a bonding moment for me and my sister.
People know who you are. You're associated with me. I can't have you out there.
They don't know you in Lynchburg.
I can't have you out there sniffing books.
Well, I did it.
That's weird.
And I didn't ask your permission.
And, that's just a gateway sniff. Soon you'll be at gas stations huffing gas. And
it's nothing like a library smell.
There you'll be down at Love's in Baxter. Have you seen Sheila lately? Yeah, poor thing.
She was on Good Morning Cookeville with Jason, but he kicked her out because he said he can't be having that.
She's all cracked out on the premium unleaded right now.
It started with them library books.
It did. Sniffing books. So how many did I get? 3?
2.5.
So 3.
Yeah.
That's short week anyway. I'm not going to beat any
You got
record.
3. We'll give you 3. Give you that third one.
Today, by the way, there are some good days if you're looking for a reason to celebrate. It's National Freezer Pop Day.
I love a good freezer pop. Grape is my favorite.
Absolutely. And it's National Ice Cream Sundae Day. Well, I got to tell you, I tried the new ice cream place up in Monterey.
Yes. Is it good?
Yes. And, I was going to try a little bit, and but I told him, I said, I just wanted a little bit because, my stomach and milk don't mix.
Yeah.
And it was right before the 4th of July, so I didn't want to have any issues. And I told him that. And he said, no worries. I've got some lactose free. And normally when I hear lactose free,
you're thinking bad taste.
It's going to be gross. Delicious. They have a chocolate, and that is, it's really good. Tastes just like regular ice cream.
And you didn't have any bad effects
No
from
bad effects. And I ate it all, too.
And it was good tasting.
It was good. So anyway, Happy National Ice Cream Sundae Day. It's also Chocolate and Almonds Day and Blueberry Day.
Wow, this is a good day.
It's a good day, right?
Yeah.
Coming up, some great guests.
Yes. We have Kim Julian and Elizabeth Lissick from Mustard Seed Ranch. They're coming in just after 7.
All right, y'all stick with us. We'll be right back. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
A Berklayer strip mall shooting ends in a police chase and arrest. Just before 6:30 Monday evening, Memphis police were called to Waring Road, finding a male with a gunshot wound and a second male with an undisclosed injury. The shooting victim was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, the second non-life-threatening injuries. Later on, officers found the vehicle as the driver took off. The pursuit eventually ended in South Haven on Swinney Road. 3 people were arrested. Meantime, in Nashville, a child is dead after his scooter collides with a tanker truck in the East Nashville neighborhood. Authorities say the 10-year-old boy was exiting a Main Street parking lot when his gas-powered mini bike crashed into the backside of a truck. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities say the boy failed to yield before entering traffic, and right now, no charges are expected to be filed in this case. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile.
Smile, buddy.
Come on. Smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of the dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
A judge is allowing Kilmar Abrego Garcia's legal challenge to his wrongful deportation to move ahead. That's despite the Trump administration's decision to bring him back to the states to face criminal charges. A judge found there were ongoing issues to resolve in the case, including whether officials fully complied with prior orders to facilitate his return. Abrego Garcia is accused of unlawfully transporting migrants in Tennessee, with the Department of Justice saying if he's released from jail, they will initiate deportation proceedings before he stands charges on that crime. The Dyer County Medical Examiner's Office confirming its first heat-related death of the summer. Officials urging residents to take extra precautions as extreme heat continues across the region, especially for older adults and those with health conditions like COPD or heart problems. The Sheriff's Office also recommends staying hydrated, avoiding outdoor activity during peak heat, and check on vulnerable neighbors. The warning comes as heat indexes remain high throughout the Mid-South. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Cumberland County authorities have arrested a man following the weekend shooting death of 36-year-old Michael Curley. The TBI says 70-year-old Devin Schillingler shot and killed Curley Sunday night on the 200 block of George Anna Drive in Rockwood. That's the eastern edge of Cumberland County. Schillingler faces 1 count of first-degree murder. He's under $1 million bond at the Cumberland County Jail. The Cookeville City Council has approved a nearly $87,000 change order for a project to expand the capacity for the city's water plant. It's the second change order approved by the council. It adds 44 days to the project and takes the original contract price from $25 million to $26 million. Once completed in October, the plant's capacity will increase from 15 million gallons to 22.5 million gallons per day. TDOT will conduct lane closures on Interstate 40 in Smith County this week. Through Friday from daybreak to noon, crews will conduct routine inspections at 4 twin bridges on I-40 over the Caney Fork River. Both east and westbound lanes will be affected. TDOT says all work is weather dependent. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Patchy fog will burn off as the morning wears on, with mostly sunny skies expected for much of the day. Scattered thunderstorms may develop in a few areas this afternoon. A couple of storms could be strong with the potential for flash flooding, gusty winds, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Highs will top out in the upper 80s. A few showers or storms will remain possible overnight with patchy fog forming. Lows will be around 70. Wednesday will bring an increased chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. Scattered storm chances will remain elevated both Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid-80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're here in the Willow Window Studio, 707 now.
From Mustard Seed Ranch, we have Kim Julian and Elizabeth Lissick. They are here to talk about Jake's Day. But first, for those that may not realize what Mustard Seed Ranch is, we'll get into exactly what Mustard Seed does. Now, Kim, when you were in here before, you were kind of the interim director.
Yes.
And now you're director of finance. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then Elizabeth now is executive director.
Yes.
So things have changed just a little bit.
Yes, grateful for that.
Well, you were kind of doing both roles there for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
And great on you for doing that.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
and so well, and like with so much grace and so well, just I think
Exactly.
led transition beautifully.
Well, I believe in mustard seed, and I know what it can do.
Yeah.
And are you a house parent too?
I am not. We still are in contact with our boys that we had through our home, and still helping out in areas of their life. We're there to cheer them on and just kind of guide them, but we don't have to walk every moment with them like we did when we were there at the ranch.
Yeah, yeah.
Kinda,
So you were a former house parent.
yes, for 10 years.
Wow. Man, that's
So,
too cool.
Yeah, get into exactly what Mustard Seed Ranch is. We're talking about house parent and all that. So those that may be confused at what we're talking about, what is Mustard Seed Ranch?
Absolutely. So Mustard Seed is a nonprofit here in the Upper Cumberland, and we really exist to provide safe, Christ-centered homes for kids that are coming from hard places. And that can look like so many different things, right? But we provide residential care that is more, though, than just housing. It's really coming alongside and living life with these kids with the goal of rewriting narratives about what family looks like, what trust looks like, so that they can move into the next season of their life with a new perspective.
So how many homes do you guys have on the ranch?
So we have right now operating, we have 2 homes, and we have 2 additional homes that are within days of being ready to.
Oh, wow.
They're ready for final inspections now. So with those pending, we're ready to start filling them up.
That's
with
exciting.
furniture and then with kids and families. So it's exciting. It is. It's a really exciting time at the ranch.
That's been a while coming too. I mean, that's been happening for a little bit, getting those two homes built.
I think building is I'm believe it or not a contractor. It's not like
You're not.
I know it's a shock. I know, but it's not something I know a lot about. But what I do know, just from walking alongside other projects and then coming in here, is there's so many moving parts. There's so many pieces, and I think that we have had such an incredible outpouring from the community of people that want to provide services and so into what is happening with these homes. And so we want to be, we want to be willing to work with their timelines and things like that. And then stuff happens. And
Oh, sure, yeah.
pandemics and all of these things. And so I think the timeline certainly was extended more than we would have initially anticipated. But now we are at the finish line, and we can just look forward and say we are so excited.
How many more kids does that add once those two homes get completely finished and ready to move into?
Yes, so they will each of our homes is licensed for up to 8 to 9 kids, depending on the home structure itself. So because most of our house parents do have biological kids as well that come and live in the homes, that'll add space for about 12 more residents between the two homes.
That's great.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's big homes.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
They are beautiful homes too. Like I said, so much outpouring from our community to help make these homes more than just a place with a bed, truly a place that I think kids can be proud to live in and to come home to and feel cozy.
How do kids get to Mustard Seed Ranch? Like, what's the obviously
The process of it.
they've gone through something, and now there's that, what do we do now? And then Mustard Seed Ranch gets brought up. How does that work? Like, take us through that process if you don't care.
So we are a voluntary non-custodial placement. And so what that means is the kids at Mustard Seed aren't in state's custody. They are still in the custody of their legal guardian or custodian. And so that means we get to partner with those legal guardians and say, hey, for whatever reason, this is hard right now. We can partner with you to help come alongside and create an additional space that is safe and home for these kids. And so it can look like referrals from those guardians. They can, call us, and oftentimes they do. That's the probably largest way that kids get there is by a call from the guardian themselves. We also will get referrals.
So is it where the guardian or parent is just like, you know what, this has become too much for me or this family to handle. We need help as a family. The child needs help, but the family needs the help as well.
Yes,
That's the process.
Oftentimes it is, because really everyone has to be on board. It's not going to work if the kid is incredibly resistant to being there. It's not going to work certainly if the guardian's not on board, because it is completely voluntary placement. But we also love to partner with schools and churches and our law enforcement agencies to help be a pathway for families, and they can help make families aware of this pathway as an option for kids to find that safe place.
From what I've understood in the past, and Mustard Seed Ranch has just a great past. I mean, everybody who's heard about it or been a part of it has, whether they've been there as someone who works there, some child who's been there, or somebody who's just worked with the Mustard Seed Ranch. It's left an imprint on people. But the growth of Mustard Seed Ranch is, it's massive, really, when you think about it, from where it started until now. Sure. You've taken the reins now, so do you have any plans coming up? Have you looked and thought, what, I could improve on this, or what would be great if we could do this? Have you started that process yet, or is it where it's just been going for so long and so great that you just hold it steady?
It's yes and.
Okay.
There is such a strong foundation at Mustard Seed that we absolutely are going to continue doing the very good work that's been happening in the mission of the ranch. But I would not be who I am if I didn't walk into any situation and say, oh, but we could also.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
just
Yes, we've had a lot of change.
And it's it's fresh eyes. And what I've told the team is, and I think this is with any of us, you have a limited time where you have fresh eyes, where
That's
you get
right.
to come into something and say, oh, I can see this with these. I'm not from the outside looking in
Sure.
some ways, right? And so we're trying to let's say capitalize to some degree on that and really lean into how can we, one, make sure that we are most efficient stewards of the time and the money and the resources that the Lord is giving us through the community here in the Upper Cumberland and beyond. And so we want to make sure we're doing that by I'm a systems person, so like really examining and auditing our systems and programs. But then also, we have had such an influx of new people into the Upper Cumberland, as we all know.
Yeah.
So many have then not been able to hear about mustard seeds. So how do we reintroduce the ranch to the community? Because those that maybe didn't know, or it's been a while since they've been involved. So re-engaging the community. And then we're doing it all with not changing what we're doing, but again, fresh eyes, fresh perspective, saying how can we really outline our framework, our theory of change, our transformation journey in a way that makes sense for today, for 2025.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like it's you can. There's tons of beautiful homes, but a fresh coat of paint is always great.
Absolutely.
I get that completely.
Absolutely.
One of the great ways that Mustard Seed Ranch has had outreach is Jake's Day, and that's coming up here in just a little bit. We'll talk to them about that here in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:18 now.
Kim Julian and also Elizabeth Lissick with Mustard Seed Ranch have been in here talking to us about it. And, you know, Jake's Day is a special day that's coming up. Is it August?
August, yeah. It's Saturday, August the 16th, and it's from 8:30 to 1:30.
And people need to mark their calendars because it's all free.
Yes.
The kids have such a great time when they come out to Mustard Seed Ranch on that day because there's so many different areas set up with different kinds of sports and they learn about safety and sportsmanship, just all kinds of things.
Yes. We have the National Wildlife Turkey Federation. We partner with them. And so we provide our facilities for them to come out and do this. And it's a way for Mustard Seed to give back to the community because the community has poured into Mustard Seed for so many years. So this is a great opportunity for families to come out and to see the ranch and also just to have a fun-free day for their kids. There's tons of outdoor activities that the kids can participate in, from fishing to
target practice.
Yeah, BB guns, and they have four-wheelers. They have like bounce houses and face painting and
Great experience for kids because that's a lot of things that a lot of kids haven't been exposed to, and it's new and it's fun.
And what I love as a parent is it's done supervised and safe with the equipment that helps make it a fun, safe. I can't just take my kids out and do archery. Number one, I don't know that much about archery. And number two, I don't have the equipment for it to keep and do it safely. And so what a cool way that they can try things that maybe aren't, like you said, a part of their everyday life already.
Sure. I mean, to me, that's the coolest part about Jake's Day is that you get to go try some stuff that you may not have been. You're opening up doors for kids and really for parents too, because the parents, if the kid's not into it, probably the parents aren't either. So it's it's really cool seeing young dads with young boys and girls and doing that together with them. You could see the pride in the kids. They have pride in what they're doing. Oh my gosh, I did this. But then to see the pride on mom and dad's face too is priceless.
Yeah. And what's great is there are so many outstanding mentors that are either from the National Wild Turkey Federation or from Mustard Seed or from some of the churches that help Mustard Seed.
Churches, our law enforcement agencies are also such a part of Jake's Day, and so they are there on site helping and supporting, and so it really is, a kid's going to come in and they're going to see, such awesome mentors, but also such fun activities. It's a safe day, a safe place, and I think it's so aligned with the heart and mission of what we do at Mustard Seed because we are really focused on, one, providing family experiences that are safe and faith-based and filled with good family building opportunities, but also providing those opportunities for kids that maybe are outside of what they've experienced before, opening their eyes to a future that might look different than what they had always thought it was going to be. It may have been limited. So how do we open up perspectives to new experiences? Jake's Day does that. So
I think it kind of helps. It helped me see just how special that land is too, where Mustard Seed sits, because to be kind of out of town a little bit, you're close enough to town where you're not that far away, but it really does help, I think, condition the kids to feeling safe. Because it's just a beautiful piece of property that Mustard Seed Ranch
well, you can
sits
have
on.
some solitude there.
Yes.
I mean, and we all need that no matter what you think or not. Sometimes it's good
Something
to
different about that land.
have a quiet spot that you can go and be safe at and just be with yourself for a second. I mean, that helps me out a lot, but I imagine as a kid,
you can go run and play, and you don't have to worry.
Absolutely, it takes me back a little bit to being at my childhood at my grandmother's house, right? And
exactly,
we didn't worry about those things, and that's exactly it. And I've heard just in the short time that I've been at the ranch, so many people, including myself, will just get there and say, "I just feel like I can breathe here."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Breathe here.
Yeah.
It's just that kind. It brings peace.
Yeah.
And that is what we are praying over the ranch daily. So that is wonderful to hear.
You can feel that when you get on that land.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. And we're in a chaos world right now.
Yes.
I mean, every day it's just something else. It's some sort of chaos, some sort of stressor, some sort of something. Whether you let it get to you or not, that's whatever. But there's chaos all the time. Peace and quiet is oh my, I mean,
absolutely priceless.
Unless you're in a house full of 9 to 10 kids.
It's a different kind of peace.
It's a different kind of
chaos.
Yes, I loved it though. I loved it.
You know what? You can. What I love is even in the midst of that, you walk in to the homes and they are still just led by peace. And so kids are gonna be kids, and we love that. We love the. I don't want the ranch to be too quiet.
Yeah,
right?
We're
We
not.
love when we hear kids.
When it's quiet, you're thinking, what are they up to?
Exactly. But even in, like, there is a peace that comes in the loud because you know these kids are safe enough. They feel safe enough to just be kids.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
That's beautiful.
That is funny. You mentioned that quiet. I mean, how many times have you gone to check on kids because they were being quiet, not because they were being loud?
Right.
Man, they're being so loud
Dead
up
giveaway.
there. And then you just leave them be. They're like, they've been quiet for like 20 minutes.
They're into something.
Somebody get up there fast.
I bet they're cutting their own hair right now.
That's what happened to my granddaughter a week ago.
Really?
Yes.
She cut her own hair.
She did.
I actually saw a picture. She's pulling off the bangs. It's beautiful, but I know it wasn't necessarily anticipated.
Yeah.
My daughter did that. We had to turn her. She had pretty long hair, and that she cut her hair. We had to give her a bob haircut. She was still darling in it, but that's same exact thing happened. It's like, what is she doing?
Yes.
She's being too quiet.
Yeah.
And then you go.
Oh, Lord, she cut her hair.
Yeah. My daughter's getting paid back for her raises.
There it goes.
Isn't that funny? Did you wish that on your daughter? 'Cause
No.
I did. I wished it on mine.
I did.
And that,
You're like,
We
I
will
own
get
it.
this
I own
back
it.
tenfold.
I wished it on her, and now we have a granddaughter. Her name's Josie. It's my daughter's daughter,
Yep.
and it's my daughter's daughter,
Oh.
and it's hysterical to watch.
I'm sure. I
Yeah.
look at my daughter. We were having a conversation yesterday, and she said something, and I was like, that is me.
Yeah, well,
That is me. And I know my mom sees it. And I'm sure, you know.
She looks like a little you anyway.
She lives it out. I'm like,
Yeah.
that is me.
it's both awesome and terrifying.
That's what I'm
at the
saying.
same
That's
time.
exactly it. There are things that are wonderful about that, but then there are things that I'm like, oh baby, like, let's talk about this now, so that you don't
Let me warn you.
This is the part of me you should turn off.
Exactly. Exactly.
You want to give them the good stuff, not the bad.
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah. But
Just a few minutes left, Elizabeth. Since you started this role, what's something that you learned about mustard seed that maybe you didn't know even before you took the role? I mean, I know you're around it a lot, but was there anything that kind of struck you as like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that about this place?
I think that it's not so much maybe not knowing, but taking it for granted.
Mm.
So I think that I knew there was a great team that really made it happen at Mustard Seed. I knew house parents were the unsung superheroes of Mustard Seed Ranch. I knew that the community, was the reason Mustard Seed could exist. But knowing it, it's still easy to take it for granted.
Right.
But walking it out every day, seeing this team in action and their heart to just come and sacrifice of themselves to make this place exist for these kids is beautiful. To see house parents every day. There's not days off in the way that you would get it from a 9 to 5.
Right.
They live and breathe.
Way more than a job.
Absolutely. To see them live it out, to walk beside them as they do is inspiring. And then to truly see in every way, the way that the Upper Cumberland supports Mustard Seed, the way that we literally could not do what we do without the Lord and the community that we live in is beautiful, because it's a reminder to me every single day of the goodness, the inherent goodness of people. And I choose to see that instead of, like you said, so much of the chaos that we're surrounded by.
That's awesome. And then Jake's Day is coming up on August the 16th.
Don't miss it.
Is there you don't need to sign up for it, right?
No.
There is a QR code. The children they need to sign up because they get free hats and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they'll have to have a wristband, so they have to go to the tent to sign up. But you can do that online, and use that QR code to sign up.
Okay.
They can sign up in advance or when they get there, but they definitely want to register because, like Kim said, there's a free hat for every kid.
Gotcha. And you need to know how many to have and all that stuff.
But if they come the day of, they thought they were going to be out of town and they can just come come on, get
Okay.
over there. Don't not come if you haven't signed up in advance. But save yourself some time that day if you do.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Free hats, free hot dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
much
free
fun.
activities.
So much fun.
And they're are they the National Wild Turkey Federation hats?
National Wildlife Turkey Federation.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And there's going to be multiple helicopters landing during the day at Jake's Day, so they get to see that. There are so many, like we said. I mean, on an average day, you just get to see a helicopter and see it come in. Like, it's just stuff like that is different that they get to see safely. So don't miss it.
I wonder what it would take to be able to shoot a bow and arrow from the helicopter.
Ooh. I wanted a turkey to repel, like someone in a turkey suit to repel from the helicopter, but I don't know that that's going to happen. But I put my request in, so we'll see.
You said there's 2 helicopters,
There's
right?
2 helicopters.
Well, how about one does the turkey, the other one has a paintball gun
Coming after the
after the turkey. I think the kids would love that.
I agree. Let's do it.
Okay, next year, you and Elizabeth get together with the National Wild Turkey Federation.
And I just need to tell you, I'm game for either. I'll be the turkey or the shooter.
Done.
Doesn't matter.
He's already the turkey.
He's
Plenty of
already
practice.
the turkey.
Plenty of practice.
Got Kim and Elizabeth here from Mustard Seed Ranch. Jake Stays coming up. Ladies, thanks so much for being here today. We appreciate it. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Reports. Orlando Magic star Paolo Banchero signed a rookie max contract yesterday, keeping him with the team through the 2031 season. The 5-year deal is worth $237 million and could be worth as much as $287 million. Banchero averaged 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game last season. The Indiana Pacers confirmed on Monday that Tyrese Halliburton will miss the entirety of the upcoming season. Halliburton tore his Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals after nursing a calf strain. He made the All-NBA third team this past season, averaging 18.5 points, just over 9 assists, and 3.5 rebounds in 73 games. In the MLB yesterday, the Marlins beat the Reds 5-1, Guardians over the Astros 7-5, Tigers beat the Rays 5-1, Brewers topped the Dodgers 9-1, and the Royals beat the Pirates 9-3. Dead period wrapped up as high school athletes across the state began practice yesterday for the upcoming fall season. Keep it tuned in to UpperCumberlandReporter.com for all the latest news, stories, and photos. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville. Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate at 733.
Well, there's a Cookeville Wellness Fair that's happening in September. Getting ready for that. So we're going to talk to Juliana Sauber and Roxy Seltzer. Roxy is also with Optimal IV Hydration and Wellness. So glad to have you ladies with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So the Wellness Fair, what made you guys think about this?
I'm actually new to Cookeville, so we've only been here a few months, and I wanted to...
Where are you from?
I'm Michigan by way of Florida and Kentucky. My husband said we moved too many times in the last few years. But Cookeville is where we decided to stay after looking through a lot of Tennessee. And I wanted to meet more people.
Mm-hmm.
I like to organize events. I've done a lot of it. And it was said to me that there really wasn't a wellness fair. Lots of other fairs. There's a bacon fair.
Yes.
And a pickle festival and a banana pudding fair.
Yeah.
But not
They're
really.
all great fairs.
They're amazing. Yes,
amazing
absolutely
fairs. Yeah.
fun to go to. But not necessarily a wellness fair.
Right.
And there is, as I'm finding and meeting more people, a really deep and rich option for holistic wellness or in and around Cookeville.
100%. And it's been, and over the past few years, even that movement has been rising nationally.
Yeah.
But I think here, has been some early adopters.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
One of the reasons I started Optimal IV was to give the community options. And when I got into the business side of Cookeville and meeting everybody, I realized also that there wasn't a holistic wellness fair. And I personally knew a lot of, people who were practitioners. And I just thought, I really wanted to get something together, but I just didn't have the brain space, to put it together. And Juliana and I just randomly met on Facebook one day. She posted something, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to be involved." And we met for coffee that day, and then just kind of
What a great story! Just happened organically.
Yeah. So it's been fun.
So, what made you, Juliana, so involved with wellness and things like that? Did you work in that field?
Well, I worked in manufacturing for a number of years, very high stress.
Yeah.
Jobs, executive level positions, et cetera. And all the stress and not eating well and too much sugar
Amen.
meant that I
You're supposed to be on a Mediterranean diet.
How's that going?
Well, I figured they eat hamburgers in Mediterraneanville.
They do.
Mediterraneanville.
Maybe
what?
The fillet patties?
Yeah.
Fish fillet patties?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of olive oil.
Right.
Make sure your cheese is
If
organic.
they had fried catfish there, they'd eat it. Right?
I think maybe.
Every now and then's all right.
Yeah, gluten-free breading, avocado oil, some of those things. So in my mid to late 30s, I started to get chronic pain. I'd had a migraine headache since I was 12. The pain increased. I then had hormone imbalance and surgeries because of that, and it got progressively more and more difficult to move and walk. And I had young children. I coached soccer. I was in a executive corporate position, and it was becoming harder and harder to even get out of bed. So I knew I had to do something different. My trips to the medical doctors netted. They didn't know what was going on. And a friend of mine recommended I meet with an acupuncturist, which I'd never done before.
Yep.
She said maybe food is your
so into
challenge,
that.
right?
Yeah.
She said maybe food is your challenge. So we went home and I said to my husband, we're going gluten-free. And he goes, what is that? And I said, I don't know, something to do with bread. And he said, no, I'm not giving up my bread or my Pepsi. And I said, that's fine, but the kids and I are going to be changing our diets. And I started exploring local food, and the transition was dramatic, really quick.
Was it just setting up a lot of inflammation in your body too? Is that what it was?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
inflammation is probably the number one disease causer and killer in the world, right?
It's huge.
And it's
It
a
is
lot of the
huge.
processed foods we eat.
Foods have a significant contributor, but I got to tell you, I think stress is higher than that. I think how we handle stress, we're taught to be stressed in modern life.
Yep.
A bear's always chasing us, whether it's the cell phone or the work or the kids' schedules or whatever.
That's a good way to put it. A bear's always chasing us. That's how it feels.
Normal. That's our norm.
Sure. Yeah. And you just get used to it, and you think
You
that this is what
The
life
bear's
is.
behind me.
This is what I
Yeah.
gotta do.
Right?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
when you say holistic, that is we're not. And again, this isn't a thing where they're telling you don't go to the doctor.
Right.
But there are some holistic things out there that can really help you. I mean, and they're easy things to do that people just they don't know about or haven't heard of yet. I've been reading up on, was it peptides?
Yep.
I've been reading up
I just
on
started taking those a few weeks ago. Yeah.
because as you get older, which I am currently getting older,
We both are.
they're talking about, especially for men, these peptides are, the thing that you need as soon as, once you turn 50 that there's a big need for
Something
that.
about 50.
So there is something about 50.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
We have our bodies are on a 7-year cycle.
Mhm.
So every 7 years something shifts within our bodies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we
I
are.
have felt
and-
that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
have.
And I got to tell you, cortisol. So the body will produce peptides naturally. It's a part of the amino acid protein chain production. But when you have cortisol, high cortisol from high stress, it actually interferes with your body's ability to create amino acid chains and create peptides.
Mm-hmm.
There are different choices of peptides. There are synthetic and natural peptides. But what they do is they trigger your cells to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's peptides for releasing weight. There's peptides for producing collagen and fascia, which is what really holds us together and keeps us moving.
Right.
Right. There are peptides for focus. There are peptides for relaxation, et cetera. So they do different things.
Well,
Yeah,
the one I was reading about really helps with the inflammation
Yes.
part of things, you know, and I'm concerned with arthritis and things like that. My family history shows that it's, you know, at times going to be debilitating, you know. So what do you do? What can you do now?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, what I've learned is what I did in my 20s is just in the back waiting to kill me as we speak. And but you know, you can do some things now as you get older that to help make up for what you did in your 20s, and peptides seems like one of those things. Is that the type of stuff that we'll be learning about at the wellness fair?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the goal is, you know, we could sit here and talk for hours about all the different types of things that you can do to improve your life
Mm-hmm.
holistically, and it can feel overwhelming at times.
Mhm.
And so that was kind of the goal with the wellness fair is just have the practitioners and providers that are here locally in town that you may not know about, that you have questions, and instead of sending a text message or a, you know, Facebook post, it's you actually get to talk to them in person,
Face to
and
face.
face to face, and say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with, what would your recommendations be? And sometimes it's as simple as, oh, this supplement might really help you, or you know what, let's dig in deeper, let's get you on our schedule, let's run some tests, you know, that sort of thing. So the wellness fair is basically to bring the community together to show what options they have in one place, and it's not as scary and overwhelming.
Well, I think the holistic approach kind of got a bad name a long time ago. It's always seemed like a bunch of potions,
woo-woo.
and, you know,
Quackery.
yeah, quackery.
Right.
But I think, you know, as that's progressed, and well, wait a minute, this thing does work.
Yes.
Or wait a minute,
Yeah.
they've done this for thousands of years. Acupuncture being one of those things.
Oh yeah, there's still even my dad's like, oh Sheila, and I'm like, if it helps,
Hey.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's changed my life, acupuncture.
it has changed my life. I really
Isn't it
think I
amazing?
would have probably had to have surgery on my neck had I not had the acupuncture. I
Yeah.
tried to, because I was thinking if I keep losing mobility, I had somebody run a stop sign and T-bone me, and then months after that, I was like, I am really hurt. My neck is really giving me problems, and then I started getting acupuncture, and it's really helped.
Yeah.
It,
amazing.
I was, I mean, I wasn't a naysayer, so to speak, about it, but I'd never done it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then so they got it for me for my birthday,
Yeah.
and I went over there and did it, and I had a hard time looking right. I mean, terrible time. I mean, I could, but it hurt. I left there, and of course, I'm pulling out of the parking lot, and I just looked right, and I thought, oh, I look right.
And you, that
Yeah.
before that was
Yeah.
just so normal. You were used to it,
Yes.
right? Like that was
Yep.
your norm,
That was
and
the
you
normal.
didn't realize that there was so much improvement that
That's
could be
right.
made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually see. Shout out Dr. Kai. I see him for you know, just stress, and being a business owner is stressful.
Yes,
I don't
it
know if
is.
you know that.
Yeah.
But he's really helped with just those 30, 45-minute sessions of just kind of realigning the body and the stress, and it's
And it doesn't, and I expect it to hurt a little bit. It doesn't hurt any. In fact, I fell asleep the last time they were putting pins in.
I love it when I have a good acupuncture sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I'm healed
It is.
even better.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
It's a deep
Yeah.
nap.
Yeah.
When your body goes into rest repair mode, right?
Yeah.
You do not resist it consciously.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a great benefit to falling asleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No more resistance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have to resist falling asleep sometimes.
Do you?
Like,
Don't
yeah.
resist.
Oh.
Yeah, like at work.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah.
There is a video floating around of me
Oh,
at
there
work
is that.
asleep.
That doesn't surprise surprise me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think
Maybe
we've
those
all
peptides
done
will
it.
help out.
well, yeah.
I mean, think of how early we have to get up in the morning.
Yeah,
and
I
he
mean-
works
Oh,
all
yeah.
day long.
Right?
I still had my hand on the computer mouse snoring.
Yes, I believe it.
That's a good one.
And so I
That
can't.
was one of the signs that I needed to make a major change, was because it didn't matter what I ate. I wanted to crawl under my desk at lunch and go to sleep for
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Amen.
I was falling asleep at stoplights.
Yeah.
Wow.
I fell asleep one time and it took a semi-truck horn to wake me up.
Wow.
I don't know how
Oh my
I was
gosh,
there
that's
at least.
dangerous.
Very dangerous. And that's what took me to look for other things. I eventually got a degree as a naturopath. I had a wellness clinic in Michigan, loved working with clients. But as the wellness fair gives us an opportunity to open up the doors to so many more people, whether you're exploring it, whether you're in there and looking for something additional, we're going to have movement-based medicine. So we're going to have the bend class, roller classes. I'm going to be doing fascial maneuvers because chronic pain was one of my biggest issues, chronic pain and exhaustion. We'll be talking about digestion, Lisa.
Did you have chronic fatigue syndrome?
I never got diagnosed with anything. The 3 doctors I talked to said, we can't find anything wrong with you. And I said, well, I don't want to chase this pathway. It's not going to give me the answers as to why. And I'm being trained in manufacturing. We always ask the why question until you solve the
Yes.
problem. But we don't necessarily do that in how we handle our health. And that's what I
Well,
think
the not
natural
knowing makes
practitioners
my
do well.
mind a little crazier. It's like I need to know so
Healthcare
I can
seems
fix it.
healthcare seems a lot right now as we're just putting duct tape on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
do
is a bit
think
of
that I think that there is, especially with like the holistic approach, it's more of a root cause. Like what? Okay, this is your symptom. What is causing that?
Right.
How do we fix that cause to relieve the
Yes.
symptom? And unfortunately, I think what we deal with more so nowadays is, well, here's my symptom, here's a pill to fix that symptom, and not necessarily what's the root cause of that
And then
symptom.
sometimes that pill fixes that,
Right.
but then may
And then
cause
you get
some other side effects.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Usually they suppress the symptoms. So they kind of, it's like putting a cat in a box.
Yeah.
And eventually that cat's going to
you
want
know
out.
nobody suppresses a cat.
No,
I mean,
we're-
they
it's
may
got to get
think
out.
they do.
We're talking to Roxy, and did we decide it was Juliana or
Yeah,
Julie?
I'm from Indiana, so that's usually the way.
Juliana.
is
Okay.
usually the way it
We'll
goes,
talk
yeah.
to them more about the wellness fair coming up here in just a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Patchy fog will burn off as the morning wears on, with mostly sunny skies expected for much of the day. Scattered thunderstorms may develop in a few areas this afternoon. A couple of storms could be strong with the potential for flash flooding, gusty winds, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Highs will top out in the upper 80s. A few showers or storms will remain possible overnight with patchy fog forming. Lows will be around 70. Wednesday will bring an increased chance of widespread showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. Scattered storm chances will remain elevated both Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid-80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48 now.
Juliana Sauber and also Roxy Seltzer they are with us, and they're talking about the wellness fair. It's coming up in September, and you guys need vendors too, don't you?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a good little list going so far, but we're still looking. So You can go to the website. It's wellness.
Cookeville Wellness Fair.
Cookeville Wellness Fair. She does all the technical stuff. I just talk about it.
CookevilleWellnessFair.com.
Yes.
Yep. The registration is there. You can apply for it, and we'll reach out as soon as we hear.
Is there any specific types that you don't have that you're for sure looking for now? Because I mean, that's a pretty specific thing that you're looking for in general, holistic medicine.
So we have categories for practitioners, and that covers the gambit from acupuncturists, naturopaths, massage therapists, craniosacral therapists, etc. We also have categories for products that we want to be non-toxic, holistic, clean, etc. So there's plenty of space for vendors that have those kinds of products. We have we actually have a vendor who's going to bring some children's toys to get kids away from iPads.
Hey,
and out into, and we're doing the fair at Thorn Farms, which is just a little north of the high school off Hillham Road. And we're doing it outdoors because we want to have that outdoors experience.
Right.
We want people to get out and out of the artificial light.
We could all be barefoot and do our
we
grounding.
could, yes.
We could do our grounding while we're there.
You want to lead that class, Jason?
Yeah.
Grounding's amazing.
Come sit with me outside barefoot.
Exactly.
Yes,
I love
right?
it. I love it.
Grounding with Jason.
Grounding with Jason. That'd be great.
Grounding with Jason.
Right? So we'll have some food and some music. So we are looking for a few other vendors in that regard. We are paying attention to the products. We are paying attention to the ingredients. And because what we want to, it's part of it is education, learning, and getting more knowledge.
I feel like people are more open-minded to this now than they used to be like 10 years ago.
I think that's one thing that the pandemic did really is it opened up our eyes to a lot of different ways to handle things. And then with the internet, the rabbit hole's real easy to go down. That's what got me is I started going down this rabbit hole, and I was kind of raised that way too with tinctures and stuff like that, homemade.
Doing your research.
Yeah,
you know?
you do your research, and you can find out pretty quick if something's bull crap.
Yeah.
But you can also find out pretty quick that something's the real deal too. You know, I mean, but you have to be discern. What word am I looking for?
You have to do some discernment. I think if you can find it across multiple sources, you were talking about science and research. GreenMed Info is a fantastic website to go to.
GreenMedInfo.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
To go to find studies on various things. You can also go to PubMed Info and find various things. So Google oregano. Just Google oregano on PubMed Info or GreenMed Info. You're going to see all the studies about the benefits of oregano. And I've encouraged people to become preventative minded. So a little bit of oregano every day may mean that you don't need large amounts of it at one time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, we want people to understand that there is a broad range of options available to them. I encourage people to know themselves and know what works for them. And that's part of this education process. It's a self-education process. And so when you get a chance to come to a place like the Wellness Fair and experience different things and talk about different things, you get an opportunity to really open up your own sort of medicine cabinet for yourself.
It seems to, like with holistic medicine, and a lot of reasons people don't stick with it is because they're used to the pharmaceutical kind. You take a pill. A couple hours later, hey, I feel pretty good. Holistic, it's a commitment. It's a commitment. It takes some time, but once it takes hold and once it takes effect, it's way better than the pharmaceutical version.
And I find we really do know our bodies better than we think we do. We've got to listen to what our bodies need.
And sometimes you just don't know what questions to ask because that's your norm, and you don't realize that that's not actually normal. So, like she was saying, with this ability to talk to different providers and practitioners, you might hear something that you didn't realize, that's me.
Well,
and I didn't know.
Mineral water. I never paid any attention at all to mineral water. Well, Lord, that is a rabbit hole you can go down real quick. And so now I bought this little thing, and you just push it in, you just squirt it into your water, and poof, you have all the minerals. You still have all the crap that's in all the water here, but you still at least have that. And because I don't know if you checked the price on mineral water, it ain't cheap.
It's not.
But it's delicious. It tastes great.
It tastes a lot better.
It tastes
I
a lot
guess.
better.
Yeah.
I'd never even had it before, and I was eating at the Italian restaurant in Monterey. Well, that's what they serve for their water, is mineral water.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this fantastic water?
It tasted great.
Your body needed it.
And it needed all those minerals. Well, come to find out, you know, because I know the last time Roxy was here, she was on my case because I don't drink enough water, blah, 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 blah.
And Roxy was right.
Well, you know,
Who would have thought?
she was, but you know what I found out is that it needs to be mineral water.
Yes,
You
it
don't
does.
you don't truly hydrate yourself to the maximum amount without those minerals.
Yep.
Yep.
That
And
helps your body absorb it.
right, and I had no idea. So, you know, it's little things like that that you just don't think of.
I mean, inviting these people that actually know what they're talking about has really done you well.
It's you know what it's you know what it's done, Sheila. It's made me feel like I've been right this whole time.
We'll let him come.
I'm going to give you the credit, Roxy.
Yeah, right. Roxy gets the credit. I think that's confirmation bias.
Yeah, confirmation.
It's interesting because because I had chronic pain, I've been studying fascia for a while. It's the stuff that holds us together.
Yeah.
It's this web.
That's what cupping works with that.
Yeah.
that
Cupping
fact.
does work with that. Yeah.
I know all of this sounds crazy and woohoo if you haven't had it
doesn't
done.
sound
Love
crazy.
cupping.
Right?
It's cupping makes a huge difference.
It
Does make
does.
a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so hydrating your fascia, because it's not H2O, it's H3O2. It's what they call crystalline water, fourth phase of water, if you want to go down a rabbit hole.
Fourth phase
of water. Mm-hmm.
Hang on,
Write
I'm-
that
Yeah.
down, Jason.
I'm gonna text
I
that to
know.
myself
This is
right now.
so interesting.
Yeah. So there's starting to be
I'm not gonna
like
get
articles
anything
and
done
research
today.
articles coming out about about crystalline water, which is our fascial structure. And normally, like if there are any hunters on here, if you've ever pulled silver skin,
Yeah.
okay, that's fascia, which actually holds the muscle. The muscle has no tenacity of its own. It's just like a wet noodle until you wrap fascia around it. And it gets dry and it gets sticky.
You said fourth field of water.
Fourth
right?
phase.
Phase.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's looking it up.
Liquid,
We're interviewing
liquid
right
solid
now.
Write
gas,
myself a
and
note.
crystalline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll continue with the interview.
Right?
So I think this is what's great because it's all going to be at one place where we can ask questions. There's going to be professionals there that, I mean, holistic is a thing. I mean, God created all
And it
this
works.
stuff for us to try and help our
absolutely.
bodies and
Yeah.
fill our bodies and
Yeah.
nourish our bodies.
It's not just going to be vendor booths. We have 2 tents in the middle, basically. One is going to be a movement tent, which she said earlier. Katie Jones is going to be doing a foam rolling class to learn how to, roll out those hips and everything.
Yep.
And then we have another one for our speakers. Juliana is going to speak. Lisa Garcia is going to speak on gut health and constipation.
Oh, yeah.
And, so
Yeah.
it's not just, you're not just going to a fair and talking to a vendor booth. There are going to be opportunities where you can participate and listen to the talks, and
Yeah.
we're also going to have a Q&A. I think we're going to do it towards the middle of the day now, but we're going to have a panel that you can come in and kind of Q&A of whatever's on your mind. And I want to talk a little bit about, from a vendor standpoint, from a small business owner, we are also offering, what are we calling them? Ad packages with the vendor booth. So you're not just getting a vendor booth, but you're
Right.
also getting marketing and you're also getting, Instagram shout outs and all that.
That's
and from
great.
a small business perspective, I opened my business, just me, and I know how much there is involved with getting
Oh,
a business
yeah.
up and going,
Yeah.
and you need all the support you can get.
Yeah. Right.
And so that is another goal with this wellness fair, is to kind of lift up our practitioners and vendors and support them in the areas that they need it as well.
That's great.
I love the being able to go and ask questions because when
Me
it comes
too.
to this, I am the stupid question guy, and I don't care to ask either. So maybe
love
know
all
what?
questions.
Like you're the guy that asks all the questions that everybody else is thinking, but
Right.
they're too afraid to
Too
ask.
Right.
afraid because
Yeah.
I feel like if I look at it this way, if I don't ask a question, if people are afraid they're going to be stupid if they ask a stupid question.
Sure.
I'm thinking I'd rather be just stupid once and ask that question and then learn than not know it the
Well,
rest of my life.
I just don't have any pride anymore. You know?
I'm just like, hey, I want to know.
Yeah. I just don't care what others
Yeah.
think at this point. I'm like, yeah, hey, I got this question here about this really embarrassing thing that happens to
Right?
all of
But
us.
it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but who cares, right? 'Cause
Right.
they're-
I don't care. This is gonna be great. The holistic medicine is taking off.
Yep.
It works.
It works.
And this is a great way to come and ask questions, even if you're a little skeptical. I mean, I think, the more skeptical, the better.
Yeah.
I think.
Come out and ask questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
And great idea. And glad to have you in Cookeville. Thanks for being here. And
Yeah, we're excited to be here.
You're loving it, right?
We are loving it here.
Way better than Michigan.
On many fronts, yes. Yeah.
We love our Michigan people.
We do. And Michigan's a beautiful state in and of
It is,
itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have
And
a buddy that lives up there in the this part.
Yes, right.
And
That's how we do it.
yeah, that's what he said.
I lived here and then I lived there.
Yeah. But it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a
And-
beautiful state.
And up there around the lakes and all that. But Tennessee is so much better.
The mountains, the streams,
Yeah.
the waterfalls,
People.
the people.
Good for
Right.
grounding.
It is excellent for
I'm
grounding.
not from here either, and just the people here are what make it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
agreed.
so kind and welcoming. It doesn't matter where you're from.
When we get closer to the health fair, can you guys come back?
Yeah, we'd love to.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, real quick, who's tomorrow?
Rafferty Cleary, Cultural Administrator for Monterey. Also, Marsha Mullins. She is with the
National Day of
National
Prayer.
Day Prayer Task Force. She'll be talking about something coming up at Putnam County Courthouse.
Awesome. That's all tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville. See you tomorrow. Bye.